Welcome to the Sharon Vidano Show. This show is a show of inspiration, stories, tools, mindset where you can grow and ultimately live a life you love. All right. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Suzanne Plumley, for agreeing to be a guest on my show. And if you don't know Suzanne Plumley already, she has her own channel called the Aspie Bridge, and she's an amazing dream builder coach. And that's where I met her. So I just wanted to have her on here and just kind of chat about what she's doing. And she has launched a new book and how that can help others and serve others as well. So welcome, Suzanne, and let's have our coffee and chat here.
Oh, thank you for having me. Yes. Well, in Texas, we have iced tea because it's nice and hot.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure California is pretty similar. But the biggest thing is to bring casual conversation to women that feel stuck in the neurodivergent forest, feeling isolated, feeling alone, feeling like no one else has ever experienced what they have, but they don't realize that so many of us who are late diagnosed autistic have. And because I have the special opportunity that I found Brave Thinking Institute and Mary Morrissey and all the faculty who have helped me, and they've become my organization, I've been able to go over my bridge and find wonderful friends, wonderful guests, Sharon being one of them, who have come on to my Aspie Bridge as a bridge builder. What's a bridge builder? It is a volunteer life coach who is willing to share about 2 hours, 30 minutes to find out, 60 minutes to create a plan, 30 minutes to follow up in their zone of expertise. Because I always believe that you don't have the problem if you're feeling in that neurodivergent problem, that neurodivergent force. Your life might have a challenge, and they're not here to fix you, they're here to fix your life. So I team you up with one of my wonderful guests, my bridge builders, depending on what your needs are, and they help you to solve your problems. And they also take you into the forest, into society from the forest, so that you can feel welcomed again, which is very challenging in this day and age, as I'm sure people understand, with the latest politics at the level of fact that they are and the DEI challenges that we have. And I don't like to speak politics, that's not my thing, but it does concern the neurodivergent population because we're being told that we don't fit in. We didn't fit in before, and now we really don't fit in. So I want to comfort them. I want to really protect them. And that takes me to the fact of, what is your support system like? Do you have the family that validates your life? Do they care about what you're thinking? Do they care about your challenges? Or are they like mine that are forcing me into a 40-hour-a-week job, non-coaching, because they think that's what's best for me? And I know there are a lot of women out there that are feeling that they don't have the support system either. That takes me to a special program, and it's called the Chosen Mothers Program. Are you someone who would love to have a special older woman that you can talk to, have coffee with, bounce ideas off of, receive a virtual or real hug if they're in your area? Or if problems come up, are they there to listen or are they there to criticize? You want a chosen mother that will support your wins and celebrate your wins with you, but also be that soft place. And a lot of women don't have that. And it's hard to go into society that may not welcome you if you don't even have a home base that welcomes you. So my Chosen Mother program will be coming out very soon. If you are either a woman in your 60s and you're feeling like your kids have all grown up, they're in different areas of the world, and you want to be a chosen mother, let me know. Or if you're neurodivergent that needs a loving, caring, supportive, non-judgmental mother, let me know. I will connect you to. Last thing, in order for people to get to know me, I have a book that I wrote called 5 Simple Rules. And this is all about helping you find those relationships in your life by looking at my relationships and using my learned experiences and my coaching advice to get you on the road to finding the relationships you would love.
Beautiful. Thank you. And those are sound like incredible programs. And yes, love being part of this community. And I love that you're launching this Chosen Mother program. And how did that come to you? Is that something that do you have a story as to how that came to you?
I do. I do. And it came from the fact that there was a special leader in our life who has provided some of the very feelings I needed just by being the leader, but noticing me when my own mother couldn't notice me. And even though she's a leader and she loves everybody, she still takes the time to notice individual people. Now, my mom has 3 kids, and I still wasn't noticed. This woman serves tens of thousands, and she noticed me. And you know what? The feeling that I get when I'm seen, it's the same feeling that I want other women to feel being seen, because so often we're not. So I said, you know what? There must be some women in their 60s or older that have either couldn't have children biologically, or they sadly lost children because of cancer or tragic loss, or they had a child or two, but because they got divorced or widowed at a young age, they couldn't have more, but they have room for more, or they're also autistic and they know what it means to serve an autistic woman fully. Because when we come from an arena, it's our idea of living by default or design. I know I was a good mother because I didn't like how I was mothered. And so I would be stepping into that role shortly too for others. I'm the torchbearer, so I understand the challenges. So do any of the moms who are coming on that might also be autistic. They might also understand. So it's any number of those women who can step up and say, you know what? It'd be nice. I'm in California. I'm in Michigan. I'm here. Who can I love? Who can come to me and I'll go to them and just share some wonderful time together, either celebrating wins or being a safe place to land.
That sounds really beautiful. And what I'm hearing and what you and I are both trained in and we continue to practice is that's a beautiful story to really tie into one of how we coach our clients, our teachings, which is basically when you notice that there is something bubbling up inside of you, which is the challenges that we face. It's actually a divine whisper, and it's guiding you to something bigger, that can actually be a gift that you can actually provide to other people and help other people. So celebrating you that you listened to that challenge and had that divine inspiration to go ahead and create a program like this. So that's really beautiful. So,
well, as you know, Sharon, we're often asked in our organization, what do you long for and discontent? Well, so many of us have great discontent on how we were raised, how much love we were shown. Was it conditional? Was it unconditional? And were we celebrated for our uniqueness, or were we supposed to be banged into a square hole when we were a round peg? And living from your longing and discontent is a big part of where this came from.
beautiful. And so that is a beautiful testament and how the universal laws actually work, how when we really tap into that, rather than how our mentor says, pitch a tent there. rather than pitch a tent there and then just kind of spiral down, you take it, you find the gift, and then you go on that spiral up of our becoming. So that's really beautiful. So, and
I have one more thing I'd love to share with you.
yes,
That's
please
okay.
do.
Okay, I have a podcast, which I talked about earlier, called the Aspie Bridge. In July, I have an exciting program, 4-week program planned. I bet many of you didn't know that had autism been around when Thomas Edison was going to school, he might very well be part of it. And think of what might have happened if his mother had not believed in him. This is where the chosen mothers actually came from. Also, is the very fact that Nancy Edison never told her son what the schools told him. Never told him. And when he was sent home from school saying he was uneducable, his mother didn't tell him the truth. She said, "You're too smart for school." What do you think did to Thomas Edison? He went on to create electricity and the phonograph and everything else because he was never stifled by society's disbelief in his potential. 4 weeks in July, I'm going to be doing a whole podcast series all about Nancy Edison, what she did for her son.
That's beautiful. And I'll make sure to have you send me the details so that I can go ahead and put that in the description. And yes, and that just really leads to the what is all encompassing in what we do and how we empower people is, just because we're being told certain things and we are brought up in a certain way and we believe things should be a certain way, is when we actually buy into that, it can actually dictate how the actions or inaction that we'll do. So if you actually don't believe or don't buy into something, you can actually change your trajectory of your life. So I love that.
100%. And it's all about what if Nancy Edison had sided with society, as so many of our mothers had.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where would we be today? And yet we know where we are today because Nancy Edison did not side with the beliefs of society and everyone around that we're now dealing with.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I am looking forward to that series and I'll make sure to shout it out when it comes out. And I appreciate you, Suzanne, and all the work that you're doing in this world. And thank you for coming on my show. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It is such a pleasure to get this out there because I don't know how many of your listeners might possibly be on the spectrum, or maybe they've gone through such family trauma that that's masking the autism.
True, true. Beautiful. So yes, so for all my listeners, if you want more information on Suzanne Plumley, go ahead in the description. You'll be able to find her information, her contact information, and information about her podcast so you can learn more about her. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Sharon. It's been awesome.
Thank you for coming to the Sharon Vidano Show. I hope you had an amazing time and I hope this episode served you. My intention is to help you live a life you love. If you love the show, please like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and I'll see you in the next episode.